It doesn't show that anyone's sitting in here waiting, but
Well,
do you
we
have
are
a big
live.
little boat with some sharks?
We're live.
I'm not yet. I can't hear anything.
10-second delay.
I see it now. Okay. So we have nobody watching us.
Yeah.
Of course, because everybody else is watching everyone else's shit.
Well, yeah, that's what happened with mine. I mean, mine got cut, but half of the time, whenever somebody else goes live, everyone leaves mine to go to theirs. So.
Well, there was no one in your discussion, and Miss Dawn had to leave because of those, criminals. And that's the thing. It's like you were showing all those important videos, and Angela was cooking, and no one was really paying attention. And it was like, what's the point if they're all going to be over there playing with clowns? And then Secrets said he was going live. He didn't even show up for 45 minutes. Then Joe came in there and said he was going live. He hasn't gone live yet. So it's like, I mean, the stream got cut. You could have started another one, but I was like, just don't even bother. Right. No one paid attention. Just like now, it's the three of us. We need to get our middle ground where we can discuss theories. I'm so sick of like people saying, "Oh, we already covered that. Oh, that's already been debunked. Oh, well, yeah, blah blah blah." It's kind of like, can we just talk about Vegas? It doesn't matter if we're right or we're wrong. It's just everybody has little pieces of information other people didn't know that might fit with something they were looking at. And it's like, I don't know. I find that it's the easiest way to find information is when a group of people are talking together.
Right, exactly.
You're going to have to go and send this link to people on Facebook, Matt, or no one's going to know you're live.
Well, let me see who I can send it to.
Angela's probably still awake.
Yeah, I don't think I'm subscribed to her on Facebook, though.
Hang on, let me grab the link. I got to figure out how to do this because I'm on the computer and I've got two different windows open. Do you want me to tell Truth Bomb?
Sure.
I didn't know he didn't want him in here because he shuts down all your ideas. All right, I got to. He does. Come on, well, I can't say this because this is going to be recorded. It's like I keep thinking we're on a three-way phone call, but it's like we have an audience later. If someone watches this later, you know what I'm talking about. Don't shut up, you guys. See, now I can't talk honestly because people are listening, or if they're not listening now, they'll be listening by tomorrow. All right, I'm going to send the link out to my usual people. And if anybody is awake, I don't think anyone's going to be awake this late.
It's only 12 o'clock here.
It's 1 here. Yeah, but it's during the weeknight. Those 9 to 5 people. Do we even have any of those?
That I don't know.
Do you want me to send it to that crazy 671 girl that KL timed out? Oh, God. You guys, I can't say this out loud. Jeez. Now you got to crash the whole stream and start over. I keep thinking I'm just on the phone with you guys in a three-way phone call. I told you I have no filter. And now this is live. Anyways, I guess I'm going to send it to her now. So if she's awake, I can apologize. I got to get it to Miss Dawn. Hello, Angela. This was not my idea. All right, let me send it to Miss Dawn, and then we should be good. Anyone else that doesn't answer, it means that they're in bed.
Mm-hmm.
This is already.
Huh?
I said, this is hilarious. You're a riot, True Seeker.
Shut up. Yeah, you wouldn't think so if you were 671. I can't believe I said that out loud. Okay, as long as we're goofing around and you want to talk about a riot, why don't you tell Matt, because Matt doesn't like drama, tell him what you got stuck doing and one of the reasons you had to cut your stream because you were in the middle of what emergency?
Oh, I already told him about the washer and dryer.
Oh, he already knows? Angela doesn't know. Tell her.
Oh, is Angela here?
Yeah,
oh, hey.
Yeah.
What's up, Angela?
I sent Angela the link. I sent the link to everybody that usually comes in that I have their links. So I don't know if anyone's awake.
So
Angela,
Mike Turber
we
posted
don't know.
What'd you say, True Seeker?
I said we don't know that it was him, but anyways, he did it to Howie, so we can assume it's him.
Only 2 people on that side have my phone number, and it's Mike Turber and 10. So
Oh, so it probably was him then.
yeah.
Anyways, Angela, Edward was giving away a free brand new washer and dryer. And in the middle of his live stream, his phone was blowing up with people calling about it. Hey, John, I sent John the link. I'm glad you could finally make a live stream. How are you?
Oh, what's up, John?
John is a mutual enemy of Mike Turber's. But we don't like to talk about drama. But anyways, John always has my back when Turber pulls his shenanigans. Actually, John went on Becky's show one night and talked about all kinds of really, really interesting stuff. He's been digging into Vegas for like a couple years, but he's got some different theories than everybody else. And if you guys wouldn't mind, I would rather listen to John talk than myself talk if John wants to come on and talk.
Well, if he wants to come on and talk, that's fine.
Have you guys ever met him?
No,
I've never met him.
Turber has disliked him longer than any of the rest of us. They have been little buddies. Like if you think that he goes after Yimmy the Greek, you should hear some of the stories about John. And usually Turber only goes after the people that he doesn't like their research. And I find that all research is valuable and useful. Even if it doesn't match your theory, there could be a little piece or, something that fits. If you watch a 20-minute video, if I get 2 things out of there that make me go digging in some links to look up stuff, that's good. It was worthwhile watching it. And so I like watching everybody's stuff. Anyways, John didn't answer. I sent him links to all our live chats and he usually doesn't come into them, so I'm surprised he's still awake. Did you want to talk about the Israel stuff, Edward, or you want to save it for your next one?
Oh, it don't matter. We can talk about it here, or I'm probably going to talk about it in the next one anyway, but we can do it here too. It's up to you. It's up to Matt, really.
Well, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I mean, I basically, because yours got sniped or whatever, I just figured I'd do it. And, if you wanted to continue on with what you were talking about with the whole.
Well, why don't you go to my channel and screen share the video so you got a chance to watch it, and then we can talk about it after that, because you ain't seen it yet.
Either. John and Angela was busy in the kitchen and missed it.
So yeah, everyone missed it. So
you have both of them or just the one?
I don't know. I got just the. I don't have any of the links. Like you'll have to click on my channel or something.
I'll go grab the links. You guys keep talking.
Okay.
I didn't mute myself. Can you tell I'm smoking?
No, not like Joe Roscoe.
I do have the smoking voice though.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to tell you, Edward, the picture on the front cover of your thing is cracking me up.
What picture?
The picture of the lady, the mugshot. Matt, I just sent you Edward's link, and that's the one you played first, and then I'm going to send you. Is that the one you wanted me to send him?
Yeah, it selected that lady as the main picture on it.
Oh, yes, it certainly did. I thought you did that on purpose.
No, I didn't.
You don't pick a thumbnail, it just randomly stops it somewhere in your thing.
Yeah. And it stopped her right there at Gina, huh?
Don't say her name.
All right, so how do I get it on to
Yeah, Edward, you're gonna have to teach him this. I'm going to look for the other link to give him.
Okay, there should be a well, here, let me get back. Let me get on my computer and do it, because I can have that running while I go to the store real quick, because I can screen share too.
How can you screen share when we're on here together?
I can screen share.
It's Matt's show.
It straight up says your guest can screen share too.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't know that you could take over the whole screen and boot me away. I thought only Matt could do that.
Oh no, I can't boot you away. You'd still be in there, but I could
How would
decide to share my screen.
Right, but then it'd be tiny. It wouldn't cover the whole screen. We need Matt to do it so it could cover the whole screen. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense because you don't make sense.
Yes, because there's 3 little rectangles on the screen right now. And if you share the video and it only shows up in your rectangle because you don't have the power to kick me off the screen, we'll be looking at it real tiny.
Right, but
You're expecting that me and Matt will voluntarily go off the screen and then you can play it big, but I think only Matt can do that. I think
I'm
you can
trying to
only do
figure
that
that
on your
out
own
here.
camera. All right, you guys figure it out while I look for the other video. I'm going to mute myself. Matt, don't let him boot me.
I won't.
okay. So, do you see another one of me down there at the bottom in the broadcast studio now?
Hold on a second. Yeah.
Okay, click that one in.
All right.
Okay, now that one's in the show, and now I'm gonna. Okay, now you see where it shows you like a whole bunch of the things you were messing with earlier, where you were touching them and it was showing you what deals were what. Like it was moving our logos. There should be the one at the very end. It just shows like a box, you know.
Right. An empty screen.
An empty screen. So that's for the screen share. So if we were gonna screen share that, I'm gonna see if this works. Or she could just do the links, but that's how you would do it. You would hit screen share, and then you would go to the empty box, and it would that's the screen share one. So if she drops a link, that's how you do it. I just said it looks different on the computer than it does on the phone. That's why I had to get in there on the computer just to tell you how to do it, you know?
Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh.
Mr. Superstar of Truth wants me to call in. Who's Superstar? Yeah. Well, no, we want you to call in, John Workus. Oh, Miss Superstar of Truth. Oh, yeah, of course. She does.
She'll have to send you a link, John.
Cerberus has been traceable by the CIA, he says.
Okay, Matt, I sent you the first link that's Edward's video. That's what you play first. And then followed by that is the next link I sent you, because those two put together tell the story that then we can discuss it.
Right.
But did you want me to send John the link for Streamlabs, or is he already in there?
He's not in here.
Yeah, you're going to have to send it to him.
Did he ask for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he know how to do it?
Does he know how to do it? John?
I don't know. Oh, he went on to Becky's, but I don't think Becky used StreamYards.
John's not an idiot, though. He should be able to figure it out.
Well, you don't really know John now, do you? I'm just kidding, John. Okay, I'm going to forward him the link.
All right.
He's really, really nice. But if you listen to Turber, he'll tell you that he's not. But John's a very nice guy. And he's very smart. Okay, I got it. John, if you check your messenger, there should be a link. And I don't know how to tell you how to make it work, but these guys can.
What do you mean? It's the same thing that you do. How do you make it work?
Because you had to teach me how to do it.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Hey, Matt, did you find your Felix cat picture?
No.
I thought that was very cute.
Yeah, it was, but I couldn't get it to get on there. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't doing something right.
Okay, John said there was a phone number for Becky's chat because she was using Hangouts. So tell John.
Oh, John, you just click this link, and then you type in your name, and then you upload your whatever little image you want, and then you press enter broadcast studio, and then Matt will add you to the show, and then you'll be on with us.
Did you get the link, John?
Did you send me the link, True Seeker?
Yeah, unless I messed up. Come on, I got 3 phones and a computer going here. Yes, I sent the link. It's in his messenger, and he saw it because his little face shows next to it. I hate how Facebook lets you know if people read their message.
Yeah, there's two Edwards Angela G. Well, now there's one because I backed back out of the computer. But I was on the computer and the phone.
All right, here we go.
He saw it because his little face shows next to it. Yeah. I hate how Facebook lets you know if people read their message.
Yeah, there's two Edwards Angela G. Well, now there's one because I backed.
All right, John, you're gonna have to turn your sound.
Why don't make your name be crazy, John?
Yeah. Oh, you sound terrible.
Facebook lets you know if people read their message.
Yeah, there's two Edwards Angela G. Well, now there's one because I backed.
John.
All right, I'm here. Sorry, got a little sidetracked.
Don't make your name be crazy, John.
John, you're gonna have to turn off your.
Oh, you sound terrible. Hey, John, whenever you're watching the show on, turn this down because you can hear what we're saying in the StreamYard.
All right, I'm here. Sorry, got a little sidetracked.
Don't make your name be crazy, John.
John, you're gonna have to turn off your.
Oh, you sound terrible.
I don't think you can hear us.
Hey, John, whenever you're watching the show on, turn this down because you can hear what we're saying in the StreamYard.
Turn it down. Got it. All right, I'm here. Sorry, got a little sidetracked.
Don't make your name be crazy, John.
I need headphones. I need headphones.
Hey, John, whenever you're watching the show on, turn this
Are you on a phone?
we're saying in the StreamYard.
Turn it down. Got it.
All right, I'm here. Sorry, got a little sidetracked. Don't make your name be crazy, John.
Headphones. I need headphones. I need headphones. I need headphones.
You on a phone?
We're saying in the StreamYard.
Turn it down. Got it.
All right, I'm here. Sorry, got a little sidetracked.
I'm messing this whole thing up. That's all I'm doing. I need headphones. I need headphones.
All right, so
I'm messing this whole thing up. That's all I'm doing. I need headphones. I need headphones.
is your YouTube app on? All right, so okay, you were good for a minute, and then now it's background
Yeah,
noise again.
something's going on here.
Is your YouTube app on? All right, so okay, you were good for a minute, and then now it's okay.
Okay, I got it all figured out here. I got the
All right.
headphones on.
There we go.
All right.
Now we
See,
can-
if you have your YouTube app like shut off or whatever you were hearing the show on, then you can just hear us in the StreamYards, and that would work a lot better.
Right on.
Anyway, John, nice to meet you, though. I'm Edward. How are you?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, John, I want to introduce you to Matt Gilmore and Edward Stairs. They are good friends of mine. They've been
How you
working
doing,
in Vegas for a long time, and none of
Hello.
us do the narrative, but we are not crazy hoaxers either, so we fall somewhere in the middle. So you are going to like it here.
All right.
Have fun, boys. I'm going to turn my thing off mute. I want to listen to you guys talk.
Okay. So, John, what do you think about the Las Vegas shooting?
Somehow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to figure out how to turn it on the stream thing here and hear you guys too, but wow, I can't figure it out because I'm getting everything twice in my headphones.
All right, you got to turn off your YouTube.
There we go. I did it. Thank you,
right,
sir.
You got it? Right.
Thanks, Matt.
No problem.
Yeah, this is quite unique here.
Yeah, it's a learning curve for sure. They make these things. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, but
and this
trying to
lady,
figure things out is crazy.
Yeah, this lady, TS, we'll call her. Does she ever sleep?
I do not, John. Edward knows. I sleep from about 6 or 7 in the morning till about 1 in the afternoon, and then I get up and go right back diving into Vegas.
Wow. Well,
I sent Edward a picture one time of my desk because he was laughing because, me and Jen, Nini always talk about our binders and our pages we have printed out. And I live by myself, so it's not like I have to keep the spare room clean. I mean, it's clean, but the desk is just covered with piles and stacks and folders and files and everything. And I laugh because if I'm in a live stream, sometimes someone will ask a question. They'll be like, well, True Seeker, do you know that? And I'll be like, well, I got to go look it up because I'm not going to just say it if I don't have the paper in front of me. And it's been 2 years now. And my memory's not that perfect for that much detail. So like if someone asks, what was this person wearing in their autopsy? I got to go pull those papers out. So yeah, I've got them and they're not organized. Matt's are organized a lot better than mine.
No, that's not true.
So Matt, you're the person that got Turbo thrown off the YouTube, right?
No, that's not Matt.
No, that wasn't me. I had nothing to do with that.
I let Jason Goodman know. First of all, Turbo already had 2 strikes that had nothing to do with me. He mirrored a live stream. You're not allowed to play someone else's live stream on your channel. So the person he did that turned him in and he got 2 strikes. Well, if he gets one more, then he gets kicked off. And he was mirroring a Goodman video. So a whole group of us, it wasn't my idea. I was just asked to do it. But a whole group of us all contacted Goodman, and Goodman emailed me back and said, it would be my pleasure. So he gave him his 3rd strike. But the bad news is I've now got 2 strikes and I'm going to lose my channel any day. That's why I keep telling everyone to subscribe to my backup channel. So fair and love and war. I'm going to lose my channel over it. But he was mirroring our stuff and making fun of us. It's like tonight we were trying to do a live stream on Edward's channel, and they were all over in that Sprinkles chat just making fun of us, talking. I'm sorry, Matt, but they were talking about your deceased cat. And they're just disgusting. So, and then Edward got sidetracked with the fake washing machine ad someone placed on Craigslist during his live stream. And our connection kept getting interrupted. So they just play stupid games. So anyways, I just think that whenever we start getting into a good Vegas discussion, those guys just like to veer it off the other way.
Yeah, nobody wants to get to the truth. Everybody wants to stick with the usual narrative, and it's pretty boring going that way. So they go the other way,
Well, this is my thing. And I know that Angela is going to think the same way probably. It's like, we know the narrative is not possible. We knew that when Joe got on TV at, 1:30 in the morning? I mean, I was in Vegas down the street a couple miles on the Strip. I thought the town was taken over by terrorists. Nothing happened at my hotel, but I was like watching it on Facebook and on my phone and on the TV, and all this stuff's going on all over the place. And then he comes on the TV. One guy, we got him. It's cool. And my brother had gotten in the car because he wouldn't let me go with him. I wanted to go out and do like recon. I'm kind of thinking, Sandy Hook, I need some proof here. I was like, I've never been in a town and had a chance to actually find out if it was real or not. And he's military and he wouldn't let me go with him, but he went driving around till almost daylight and checked everything out. And he was just like, they were on a manhunt. He's like, there's no possible way that guy could get on TV at 1 o'clock in the morning and say it was a sole shooter. The next morning when I was on my way to the airport, they were still pulling bodies out of the venue. I've got video of that. It's not my video. I got it offline from someone else. But it's daylight and they're collecting bodies. So at 1 a.m., he did not know that the guns in that room were the bullets that were in those bodies. But he still told everybody that. So I've kind of known pretty much since 1 o'clock in the morning or 1:30, whatever time it was that he got on the news and made that big announcement, I mean, he may have made that announcement at 4:30. He kept doing press conferences all night long, but when he made that announcement saying, "Peter, we got him. Nothing to see here. Everyone go home," and then, oh, by the way, bring me your video because we need it.
Right.
I knew that he was lying from that moment on, and I never believed anything else about it. So I've been researching ever since. And I don't know what happened. I don't have a theory. I have about 10 piles of things that I think are possible. And that's why I like listening to everybody else, because it's like every time I hear somebody else talk about their theory, I was like, oh, well, 2 of their little puzzle pieces fit into my puzzle piece. And the other group of people likes to make fun of us, like there's something wrong with us, but actually they don't believe the narrative either, because when they're not busy making fun of us, they talk just like we do. You know, they're talking about how this doesn't make sense or that doesn't make sense, or did he have a helper? Like Hunter UK is always going over the lock interrogation reports. And the group I worked with, we investigated. There was those 3 swipes on his door with the key lock, and it's like I know all about those people that did it. You know, and it's like I've never made a video or talked to anybody about it, but I know there's a lot more to it. And Hunter UK's going through the door locks, and then you've got 1005 who's going, oh, that doesn't matter, those are fake, and it's like, can't we just talk about it, people? I mean, why does everyone have to tell everyone, oh, that doesn't matter, or oh, that's not important? Because you don't know what information somebody else has that might fit with something you have. So I think it's really important. And if we're spinning in circles, who cares? I'd rather spin in circles discussing Vegas than spin in circles talking about, whose driveway they pulled into or who they placed fake Craigslist ad for. I mean, they play their clown games just to screw with us. So I like talking about Vegas.
Remember where Melissa's body was dragged and all that, and then if you look closely at that place, there's actually a business there that sells, maybe wholesale, I don't know, but they sell swimming equipment and all that, So
John, that store is closed down now. I was there. I went September 19th. I
easy
stayed.
for them to move.
The pool store was there, and I think you were in the group I was in when we were digging into the pool store. That 125 Reno Avenue, there's a whole bunch of different buildings in that complex, and I drove through it when I was there the last time. It's like a little maze, but I could not find the pool store. And we were in a live chat last night or the night before, and the pool store came up, and someone else has said they don't think it's there. All the businesses in there like rent spaces, and I think there's a heavy turnover. But yes, there was a pool store there at the time this happened. Also, CSC Security Company, the yellow security people that MGM hires to go work at the festival, they have a headquarters there. Their national headquarters is in that complex too. And other people had found all kinds of other strange businesses over there. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just... Did you see the body cam where they took all the VIPs and took them to the safe house over by Reno and Haven?
No.
Okay,
that's not coming back. Are you talking about VIPs like Jason was over there and all that?
No, they took Jason to a command build on wheels command center.
Oh, that's the one I saw.
Yeah, they took a bunch of the other ones off of a tour bus. They were walking. Remember, they kept saying, "Do you have the baby? Do you have the baby?" Not the baby that was in the hotel room. This was another invisible baby. That they walked them all the way from the buses at the venue all the way through over to the same area that Melissa Ramirez was in and put them in some safe house over there. And we've all been trying to figure out what the heck that was all about.
Right.
We don't know. When you drive over there, it is ghetto. Those buildings are really nice and probably really expensive for rent, but it's like the building across the street and the street you're on. It's like, I can't imagine. It's just gross. It looks like they need to tear it down. It's pretty bad.
I wish somebody would just interview all these people that go with the, Sheriff Joe narrative, what they think about past events like, 9/11, Sandy Hook. Do they have a clue that, that these shooting events are like happening for a reason?
We're crazy, John.
Don't they know about domestic terrorism?
I've watched them in those chats, and they talk about, oh, those tinfoil hat people that think the government's so bad. And it's like, you bet your bottom dollar. It's like, if there's enough money involved, people will conspire to pull stuff off to make money and push a political agenda. And there's some people, I don't know, they think we're crazy for thinking like that. I mean, the Building 7 with 9/11, it's like, if you ask one of them to explain it to you, you know, they can give you a logical explanation, but it's like, it doesn't really hold water with me.
5 o'clock in the afternoon. Right. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Hi, Pastro.
Yeah, that was after BBC already reported that it was coming down, right?
Right.
Building 7, BBC had already reported it.
A little timing, a little off with the timing there. And who knows what happened in Pennsylvania. But my point is, all these people that are just buying into the narrative, yeah, they got their questions, but they don't got the right questions. And forget the media in Vegas, man, they didn't ask any questions. They just said, oh,
right.
you're not going to do any forensics matching the bullets to the victims. Oh, okay. We're okay with that.
Well, they might have done it and just not provided it to us, but I think if they had them, we would have seen them by now.
But still, like day 2, the media dropped the story by like the second day. So
because their town thrives on tourism. If the tourism industry in Las Vegas tanked, that place would be a dust bowl in the middle of the desert, because that's all it is. Everybody that has a job that lives in that town, even if they don't work for entertainment, it's like if you work for construction or you work at a restaurant, no matter what you do in Vegas, if the entire casino industry, say they packed up and said, you know, we're all going to move to New Mexico and just close down the gambling mecca, it's like there would be no jobs for anybody else. It would just fold and become a ghost town.
right. Well,
so that's why I think that they're going along with the narrative. They need it to not be terrible.
Orders from the top. Each media company got a phone call, and you know, that's it.
Well, Sheldon Adelson, President Trump's buddy, owns the Las Vegas Review Journal. Did you know that?
Oh yeah. That's the key. Trump goes to Vegas, and who does he see first?
Yep, he goes to Sheldon. So therefore, anything Sheldon Adelson doesn't want printed in that paper isn't going to get printed in that paper.
But John, what do you think about the Melissa Ramirez video? You think it's like, some people think it's production, and I'm just wondering what you think it is.
Looks very real with two gentlemen, you know, dragging obviously a heavy body. So, you know, I don't see no faking going on there. It's just everything else around the whole thing seems strange.
John, I need you to watch. I'm going to remind me tomorrow to send you. There's probably 5 or 6 hours of footage of Reno and Haven happenings. Those are the 2 streets where that parking lot is. And there is so much stuff in these body cams that doesn't make sense. They're not blurry, they're clear, but there's a guy that's shot in the head, and he's going, hey, you know, I'm shot in the head, and his girlfriend's going, I'm shot in the head, and they won't let him get in the ambulance because there's people hurt worse than him. And this stuff just looks like B film, low budget, crappy actor crap. And I'm not saying that it was. These could have been people that left the concert, but it's like, why would an ambulance guy not let a guy get in that was shot in the head? And there's just a whole bunch
of pickup truck taking Melissa's body away. Well, okay, there must have been a dead body there, because somebody was dispatched to go over there and clean it up with all-purpose cleaner or something.
Well, there is
another
body cam. There is another body cam that shows, it's a police body cam that shows this from a different angle, the same scene as the Melissa Turbert thing. So it's like they match.
Right, but what about days after? I guess we could thank Turber though for coming up with the video of the guy who comes there.
Yeah, don't trust him.
In the suit, he's in the white suit, and he cleans up the crime, where the body was laying.
No, I never saw that. Where'd you see that?
Oh, yeah, I'll have to find that. That's quite interesting.
If it came from Turber and it's not stamped body cam, he could have sent his friend out there to do that just so that he could tell people, look, they did it. I've never seen that.
It's from the same camera, though.
I saw the next day when Sean Hannity was out there giving an interview.
No, later now. We're gotta go another day or two later.
So
and
Sean Hannity went out and did a video and stood right there where that dead body was, and then later they went and cleaned the blood up.
they did.
Wow.
There's video
Yeah,
of
I
it
need to see that. I
from the
definitely
same
need to see that.
from the same camera. I don't know where it is, but I guess I'm technologically challenged. I don't grab those videos right away and save them. But
Well, I used to save them all in order, and now it's gotten to the point where it's like there's just too many. I mean, we had so many body cams and stuff get released. Someone will say, "Do you remember this one?" And it's like, "Yeah, I remember seeing it, but I couldn't tell you where to find it." And if my
Right.
channel gets taken down, I've got all my stuff saved, but I just have like my videos saved. I don't have other stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
Pastor Mo remember seeing that video in the hazmat suits. Do you know where to locate that video?
Well, one would think it'd be on 5x5. See, that's the key here.
5x5 channel went down last week.
I know. Well, I'm saying, I'm pretty sure he provided it, because he's got that connection over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
Well,
probably on
this
5x5.
thing, if
Now it's
he
gone.
provided it, it could. See, this is the thing. Whenever in the past, I've noticed in the last 2 years, whenever people are questioning things, in the Facebook groups or on YouTube, there's a whole group of people questioning something. All of a sudden, him or Mr. Burgundy will just show up with the proof we need. Just like that Goodwin video. Everyone was going, "Oh, we don't see smoke. We don't see muzzle flash." And then miraculously, that video appeared. So if people were talking about what about the blood cleanup with Melissa, and all of a sudden, mysteriously, it showed up, I have seen Turber do so much dirty, underhanded stuff to people that it's like, if he's the source, I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just not banking my money on it. I would never use that and say, well, okay, that answers that question. Let's move on. I would need other stuff to go along with it.
Yeah. Again, if we're gonna ever get if we're ever gonna change some minds, we really need somebody. A big name needs to come into this picture, because if they get away with what they got away with in Vegas, then
they've got
doomed
it already. There's nothing we can do.
We're doomed. They're gonna
flip this.
Yeah, they're gonna do whatever they want, wherever they want. Again.
Right. We're searching for answers to fix our own curiosity because we don't believe the narrative. And there's no one in the world. I could go toe to toe with anyone that wants to try to prove that narrative. And I don't think there's anyone out there that really believes the narrative. They might not think as crazy as I do, but they don't believe the narrative. There's always some little twist somewhere where they're like, well, maybe he had a helper, or maybe someone was there the day before. I mean, everyone's got a twist to it. And I don't think we will ever know for sure. I think we're all just trying to get our curiosity,
Right. But if I go up to the North Pole and I talk to somebody and I tell them, guess what just happened in Las Vegas? This inch thick window got blown out on the 30th floor, and the guy had a whole crap load of guns, and he started shooting at a concert across the street. Really? Come on. That's the most ridiculous thing ever to believe.
Well, the people that live there believe it, though, because they saw it on the news enough and it got shoved in their head.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they don't know, like, the research we've done on that body on the floor. And, the typical person that you're going to talk to doesn't have the FAA records where he went to the doctor every year and we know how tall he was and what color his eyes were. And, the scars on his back. It's like regular people, that stuff's never been on the news. That's just stuff we all know from our groups and our chats, because we've dug through as many records as we could find. But I guarantee just your regular, typical person in America that lives out there, they don't know any of this stuff we know. And they aren't watching YouTube either. They see it on the news for 2 days and say, oh, that's really sad. And it is really sad. I feel really bad that happened. But it didn't happen the way they said.
I wish we could get an FBI type employee to narrate what's going on when we see those 3 or 4 hangman videos of the FBI cleanup of the site, the shooting site.
Hangman, yes.
Yeah,
hanging over it. I made a video. I've got his videos copied in case his ever get taken down. But I also made a video where I went and found a bunch of stuff on the internet about blood cleanup in hospitals and the protocol and stuff. And it's like, yeah, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. I don't know what the deal with that was, but there's and
It
weird.
was a show. It was a show, you know.
Yes.
And it looks like the FBI ran out and hired a busload of people.
Well,
There's training going on.
Another thing too is when you examine a lot of those pictures, it's like they have dumpsters just full of stuff, and it's like, I work in a hospital. That's not what you do with blood. There's red bags. They say biohazard on them. If it's too big to fit in a bag, there's a bin, and there's really large bins. And it's like that stuff all gets disposed of properly. It doesn't just get thrown in a dumpster and then dumped in a trash heap. That ever since AIDS, they've changed all these rules. And all blood, the universal protocol rule is that all blood is to be treated as a biohazard, whether the person is infected or not. All employees are to be trained and assume that it is infected, because there's certain things like hepatitis B that can live for over a week, even if it dries and isn't wet anymore. And there's just too much danger with blood. So all workers that are trained, like those FBI cleanup people would have been, or medical personnel or whatever, are all trained to treat all blood as if it's infected and is going to kill you. That's how you treat it, with the gloves and the disposal and everything else. And that is not what we saw the FBI doing whatsoever.
3
Well, the
days.
FBI shouldn't have been doing it. They should have had people who were biohazard people.
Well, the video that I made, Matt, shows the people in the biohazard suits out in front of the Luxor and all up and down the road. They cleaned up Las Vegas Boulevard in biohazard suits.
They were contracted. Yeah.
Yes, I have. My video shows what company it was, how much they paid them. There's a
Right.
snippet from the news from Las Vegas Review Journal. So all I can say about the venue is that maybe they knew they were never going to let anyone back in there, so they didn't care. I don't know. To me, that place was a germ fest. If you think 22,000 people in there, even if they didn't get shot, everybody fell, skinned to their knee. I mean, I doubt that there's anybody that got out of there without at least a scratch on them. You know, someone turns around and scratches them when they're running or whatever. So you think there could be possibly 20,000 people's blood dripped anywhere in there, and any one of those people could have hepatitis A, B, C, some foreign disease, AIDS, whatever. There's a ton of bloodborne illnesses, and they just let everybody just walk all over in there. Those FBI guys, they weren't even dressed properly.
No, they weren't.
Right. So if I'm sitting next to Judge Judy and we're talking about everything that happened that seems to be so unprofessional or so not normal, she's going to agree with me to say that this was a planned event. And that's it.
Judge Judy would say, I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious. All these things add up, and
Yep, Angela, you're right.
they're getting away with it. And the sheriff probably made it easy 600, 700,000 that year. After that, well, the following year.
I don't.
Well, he got
salary.
reelected too, so don't forget about that.
Yeah, it's all rigged over there.
No, of course.
Unfortunately, since I've lived there in 1980 or something, everything's rigged.
Never been to Las Vegas ever.
Yeah,
I love Las Vegas.
and how do they choose the Mandalay Bay, the nicest resort there? Really, well, it was.
I don't know. I thought those rooms were kind of ugly looking.
Yeah, inside, yeah, but the everything else is really first class. There's 5 swimming pools, and even the hallways around there are,
You do know that the Mandalay Bay was having. You do know that the Mandalay Bay was having foundation issues and was sinking, and they were going to have a big insurance problem about 10 years down the road if they didn't do something.
Wow, no, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, that was some stuff we did in a research group a long, long time ago. MGM also owned a hotel. You know about the hotel? I think it was in the late 80s that burnt up and killed 89 people.
Oh, yeah.
What was the name of that hotel?
MGM.
It was an MGM hotel.
It's called the MGM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Bally's ended up buying
right on Tropicana and the Strip.
That was the most people that had died, like in a mass thing like that. I read it so long ago, I can't quote it. Do you remember that, Angela and Pastermo, the fire? But they, probably cut corners and didn't have the right, stuff, or they did it because that's how you make money. It's called insurance fraud. And I don't think the people that run MGM really care about human life. When they sued those victims, and the 1-year anniversary when all those victims, I was on a live, a 3-way live video chat with a survivor friend of mine that was down there when they were all holding hands doing the chain around there. So me and the other survivor were on the phone at home and got to share this with them. It was on the 1-year anniversary when the lights were supposed to go off.
Right.
MGM didn't turn their lights off. Mandalay Bay didn't even turn off the marquee, and these people were wanting to go over there. You should have heard them screaming and yelling. They were going to go throw beer bottles in the windows and have a fit. It's like, what a slap in the face. You can't just turn your lights off for 10 minutes? Really?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I can't believe that they,
Whoever.
of course, this year.
All right, I'll stop.
This year.
I did that last night. I didn't know. And I was looking at my thinking, wait a minute, it's not me this time.
Well, Angela's in there. I don't know why she don't join in and call. She's right here in California too.
Do you have power?
Yeah, they did say that it's going to get shut off even down here for some reason, And then
I could do a whole show on that fire stuff. I'll tell you, that's creepy stuff.
Let's stick. It's you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
the knowledge I have on that subject is worse.
Yeah, we could go down the doing the smart meter train another night, but
oh my goodness,
I'm with you there.
Well, I know the meter that I need is $300 for microwaves.
They're making you buy it, or they're
no? That's the one that all these poor people need up there in Central and Northern California. They need one of those microwave things. Then they need the video using it, so that they have the documentation that the microwaves
are burning up their houses. Though they shouldn't want them.
Yeah, they whip up the winds. That's what they do. With the microwaves, the harp or whatever.
Yeah, I would refuse to have one of those installed on my house if they tried.
Yeah, that's how they zap the homes.
Pastor, we're talking about the MGM that burned down in the 80s and killed all those people.
Yeah, that was nasty.
She said the pool fire, so I don't know if those are one and the same thing.
No, it was a lot of the stage area too got it bad because it was a beautiful place.
Well, when they were talking about all the victims at the other hotels, and the narrative pushers say they just imagined it, I heard so many stories from so many people. I don't think they did imagine it. And I know that they didn't find any bullet casings or guns or anything. I can't really explain what those people experienced, but I don't think you can have that many people making it up. And I was in a group, and there was a lady in a group whose daughter worked at New York. And they were all pulled into a meeting. They had friends that worked at the other hotels across that little escalator way, like the MGM and stuff. And their other friends at all these separate hotels, the employees all got pulled into meetings and told, you will not talk about it or you're going to all lose jobs. Our livelihood depends on tourism and whatever. So these people weren't allowed to talk about it, but the mom was getting all these stories from her daughter and their friends. And, there was a guy at MGM that went outside to smoke a cigarette and saw a shooter up on an escalator, that thing that goes across. And a lot of the people in the stores were hiding in the vents because shooters were coming through. And then we saw the body cam of them taking all those people out of the Michael Jackson Theater and busing them away. And you could hear, the cops were acting like there were gunmen coming to the door there. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You already told us Stephen Paddock did it alone. So none of that makes sense to me. So I don't think that those people are lying. I think something else was going on. Even if nobody was really shooting, somebody was playing something out on the strip out of speakers to make them think they were being shot at if they weren't being shot at. But they didn't all imagine that. You can't have that many people just imagine the same thing.
Yeah, even we got Doug Papa on our side. The poor guy's out in Baltimore. But he was in the hotel security field in his past work. And that we still got the media in Vegas not asking any questions about what went on at 1 o'clock or later even.
Hello, Heaven's Gate. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Heaven's Gate.
Don't know if I've ever seen that person before.
Heaven's
Might have.
Gate has been around since the beginning times.
Okay.
Avoids the drama, so she probably came along and saw that we were doing a nice, normal little stream.
Yeah, so we can talk about John Hoover, right? Who we now have seen on Jason's show.
I
And
know.
way back when, he was saying how FBI is the hero in this thing, and it's like
He was being sarcastic.
that was crazy. Right.
He was being sarcastic. Everyone
true.
thought he was being serious. That was him being sarcastic.
True. You got the MGM people. We got, they all must have had all kinds of meetings to do this, and then probably what happened is real bullets came flying because of the Saudi rift. Right? You got the king in there.
I don't know about the Saudi thing.
Yeah, then you got the guy that owns half of the Mandalay Bay.
I mean, I know about the Saudi thing. I know everything about the Saudi thing, but I don't know if that's my favorite theory. I don't want to knock it because I've got other theories in my mind too. And like I said, I don't stick to a theory, but I've got some that are like, I think are more probable than that. So
drill gone wrong. Wrong things happen. Remember the helicopter hovering over near the 30th floor, and they're on the radio with the guys inside, allegedly inside the 32nd floor room, and they're saying, you have a window blown out there directly facing the Luxor, right? No,
they were wrong, right?
Yeah, right. It was all a huge mix-up because they staged this other room.
Yes, they staged the other room.
Yeah,
that's why the cops took 72 minutes to get there.
Yeah, and they blew out they made the hole bigger at 12:30, right? There was a hole there already, and then they made it bigger with the second explosive thing that they had to go run out into the hallway and get. I mean, it was just what a bunch of clowns.
Yeah, the whole 72-minute thing just didn't fly for me.
Yeah, boom on the door, and then boom right away they blew out the rest of the window. And then but at that time, the other window that was closer to the Luxor wasn't even blown out at all.
And Heaven's Gate just put it in there. Anything's possible. And that's how I think. I'm not going to fight with someone and tell them their theory's wrong. And I don't really have my own, for sure I know this is what happened. It's like, I'm open to just about anything other than the fact that it didn't happen the way they told us. And that's why it makes me angry when people fight and argue with us and say, oh yeah, Stephen Paddock did it. And it's like, prove it then. When they can prove to me, through DNA results and ballistics reports from 800 people that they say took a bullet, if they can match those to 800 bullets out of guns out of that room, and then, gunshot residue on him. I mean, it's like, show me the proof I need.
Yeah, and you believe it, right?
So I'm not saying it wasn't him, but it's like, they haven't proven it to me. And I think if it was him, they'd have been able to prove it by now. And then the narrative pushers are like, well, they don't really have to prove it to you. And it's like, well, then we don't really have to shut up and quit talking about it.
Yeah, we got 12 people here that I know for a fact are only interested in the 58 victims. But more than that, the 10,000 people that were directly affected by this. We all care, and that's why we keep going.
Right.
Well, they deserve answers. I work with survivors that want answers. They don't give a crap about the money. I mean, one of them's on the lawsuit because they were like, well, I'm going to fill it out anyways. And the other guys didn't even get on the lawsuit because they didn't want to mess with it. But it's like, they want answers, but they don't believe the narrative, and they were there. And then we've got survivors, 2 of them, to be exact, that spend their entire life on YouTube, trying to stir up discord between everybody. And it's like, do they not realize we're looking for answers for them? And they get mad if you hang out with the hoaxers. And it's like, I'm not a hoaxer. I believe people got shot and died, but I still am polite and hang out with some of those other people that don't think anybody died. But at the same time, it's like, when I need a video and say, hey, does anyone have a link to that? Does anyone have a link to that? It's like, a lot of them have the links to stuff. So it's like, I'm not going to burn bridges I heard a girl make a video today that was talking about how when people leave comments on her videos, she goes and deletes them if they're from the hoaxers. And it's just like, I let everybody say what they want unless they're in there insulting somebody. And if they come and slap down a comment just to complain about another YouTuber, I'm going to get rid of it. But if it's just your random, it was pellet guns or it was whatever, I'm not going to delete their comment just because it doesn't fit my theory. I don't think that's right. It's like any comments that are left here, as long as the channels stay up, will be there for years to come for other people to read. So just because I believe one way doesn't mean, you know, someone told me I should be deleting all these hoaxers off my channel and not even let them come. And I'm like, why would I not want them to watch stuff? It's like they might be able to teach me something, or I might be able to teach them. There's been quite a few hoaxers that I've convinced that it wasn't a hoax. And sometimes with some of the stuff we see, I'm not so convinced myself. Pastor Mo sent the link that you wanted.
Yeah, that's the one you got to watch.
Can you play it, Matt?
You got to watch that.
I'm
Did you send it?
I'm sending it right now to Matt and John and Edward's messenger. So I don't know if one of you guys knows how to pull that up on the screen. But yeah, this is the one you were looking for. And I probably saw it a long, long time ago, and it's just not ringing a bell. Because when I looked at the cover on it, the Pastor Mo sent, it's like, I think I did see this. But it was just so long ago. But I think it'd be interesting to all watch it together since we're talking about it.
All right, so I got 3 phone numbers for Mike Turber. Just so you know, anybody that has dealings with him, he has capability to look into your life and maybe make you miserable.
He already has, John.
Right.
Everybody that's in this chat right now already knows what he's capable of because he's done it to most of us.
Right.
Pastor Mo had stuff done to her family. I had stuff done to my family and job. Truth Bomb had stuff happen. So we already know what.
Yeah,
it's not just him alone. It's him and his little gang of clowns. But yeah, we know what they're capable of.
He's been blocked on my Facebook for, I don't know, since mid 2017. So just so you know, and then I block him here in YouTube. But yeah, I have 3 of his phone numbers he called me from. It was unbelievable.
You got the one CIA number then, huh?
I just don't know where he comes up with these phone numbers. They're all from all over the country, and not just LA.
Oh, wait, he has a program to change. He can rotate and change. Edward's got the same program. Edward could call me and make it look like it was coming from somewhere else.
Ridiculous.
But Turber actually does have 3 phone numbers. Now that he's not working and he's out of a job, he may not still have all 3. I know he still has 2 because he sent me messages from 2 of them. But the 3rd one might be gone.
So when you see a video of a guy who's sitting there with 2 of the most huge computer screens, you know, you better know that he's a hacker. And it's easy to hack Facebook. That's what I've learned, that people hack Facebook easily. So watch out.
Yeah, we're well aware of his capabilities. He's a sneaky guy.
I'm glad I didn't share too much with him and left his, you know, just left him alone. But
well, I didn't leave him alone, so now I'm on his list. He sends me messages and stuff letting me know that I'm gonna. I was told that I needed to pick a side, and if I didn't pick the right side of history, I was gonna go down with the rest of them.
Oh boy!
So apparently, he isn't happy that I'm not over there with him and his narrative hugging friends. All right, I'm gonna mute so you guys can play this.
The video, Joe Roscoe video, right? The live where he pulls up there is.
Yes.
I mean, that takes a lot of guts for
that is
to show up at
bad
his
thing
address.
to do.
That's
I don't agree with what Joe said about his mom, but it's like you don't go to somebody's house. I mean, it's not like high school. It's like you don't do that.
Right.
Oh yeah, here's some people strolling through.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
Alibaba and.
Can everybody see this?
Oh, there it is. Oh, it says October 2nd.
Look, my name's on the screen. Turber's already told the whole world what my name is. Just for the record, it's not really my name.
Can everybody see this?
Yeah, but can you hit that button in the bottom and expand it and make it bigger?
Oh, everything's going to go slow. News special report.
And today we're going to watch a video that's actually a series of motion sensor clips that were pieced together to give you one continuous video. And those of you who are familiar with the other video, using the same camera, yes, this is the exact same spot, and the time frame that we're watching here, even though it shows 10:3 on the date stamp, is actually 10:2. So I did this video, have not manipulated the date or anything on it, and a lot of people were wondering what happened on 10:2. So here you have it. So take a look at it. Let me know if you like the video. If you do, please like the video by clicking the like button. Please share the video and let others know what this video is about. And if you could also, please subscribe to our channel. I greatly appreciate that. And those of you who are interested in supporting the investigative work that we do, finally actually have a way for you to do that. You can go to PayPal.me, as in PayPal.me/PayNRG, PAYNRG. So it should be on the screen, I believe. And there will be a link in the description as well. But anyway, we greatly appreciate your support no matter how you do it, whether it be liking, subscribing, or sharing, or commenting, or what have you. Thank you for dropping by. If you have any questions about the video, or if you need to use
You're doing a good job, Matt.
is that you please give a return link and credit to myself, Mike Turber, or 5x5 News, however you want to address myself or the organization. Anyway, here's the video. Take care, and I appreciate you dropping by. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
This is not a crime scene. There's no crime scene tape on it. And those people just walked all over. So if some guy's going to show up in a hazmat suit to clean up something, it's an act. Because they would have roped off and not be letting these people walk all over. And then they're like, oh, we better go out there in a hazmat suit and clean it. It's like they've already put it on the bottom of their shoes and walked all over town with it.
Right.
And if it's somebody with a germ, they've already spread it. Look at her. She's walking right through it right now.
Yeah, let's get 15 young people with FBI shirts and walk Las Vegas Boulevard. You know, remember that one?
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. These girls just trampled right over it. So if there was anything on the ground, it's on their shoes. And hepatitis B, it can be dry and you could still be infected from it. So it doesn't matter, you know, like if they got a fleck of it on them, it's like, this was not roped off as a crime scene. This is BS. The police should be in trouble for what they did. If that girl really, really did lay there and that really was her body, the police should be in big trouble for this. And I don't know why her family's not suing them.
Yeah, you really haven't heard. I haven't heard anything about it, whether they're going to sue them or not.
Right. That goes in the category of this is all not real. It's all manufactured.
But I think that girl did die.
Yeah.
I just don't think that was her dying in that parking lot. Or well, if it was, it may have been. If it was, then they were negligent in not making it be a crime scene. First of all, I'm going to point out something right now. Do you see those girls over behind, walking behind?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I drove through there and took video. You cannot get behind that fence. There is a gate. It locks. It goes to a secret part of the airport. And the night of the concert, they opened up the gate. Turber said that they opened up the gate. And so if they opened the gate, they would have the gate shut and locked right now. You need to punch a keypad to get open. So I'm watching this video right here in the daytime, and those people are still walking back there. So they must have either knocked over that fence or this is fake. Because Turber told us they didn't knock over that black iron gate. They punched the keypad or somebody opened the gate for them to walk through. So if that's true, then the gate would be shut right now. It was an extremely secure area. It went back to Janet Airlines. You don't just go walking through there in the middle of the day, strolling through like these girls are right here. And we saw them the night of the shooting back there behind the fence. But that was different because, you know, the shooting was going on and we figured it was an emergency and they opened the gate for them. But they wouldn't have that gate open right now for them.
No.
And I don't see him anymore, but you saw him a few minutes ago. Like where these two cars are parked, there's a fence. It's a chain link fence, and it goes all the way over to the right of the screen.
Mhm.
When you get about 2 more parking spots over, if even that far, this is the last building in the last parking lot. And then behind that is a big iron gate that goes into the airport. And to the right of that is chain link fence that is what supposedly they broke through to get in. I think they broke 2 fences. But I've got a video of it on my page. I actually drove down the street a few months ago when I was there for the anniversary and filmed it. You can see when you're driving down the street and you get to where this parking lot's off on your left, directly in front of you is the cul-de-sac. Oh, look, he just drove through the blood too. There's the cul-de-sac, and then there's the iron gate.
Okay.
Do you want to see that video? I can go pull it off my channel.
No, I know which one you're talking about because I saw that video, the one with the iron gate and the keypad, but the keypad was out on that little
In the island.
on the little island thing. So how could people get back there if
They wouldn't be back there in the daytime unless that.
no,
fence
not in the
was
daytime.
over.
I'm talking about like the night of the shooting. How would they have
Server
gotten
said
back
they
there?
opened the gate.
Yeah, but how would they have opened it though? Nobody knows the combination of that.
They wouldn't have been able to see that keypad. It was pitch black.
Right.
And who that's running from a shooting is going to say, hey, here's a keypad. Let's try to guess at what the code might be.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Reno, Haven is a short street that comes off Reno, and it goes into a cul-de-sac that's basically a dead end.
Mhm.
So those people, instead of, they would have just went the other way. They had no reason to go back in there towards the shooting.
Right.
Well, I'm going to just say the chain link had a weak area, and they were able
There's an
to bend
opening
it
in the chain
and get
link.
in there.
There's an opening. It's about 2.5, 3 feet where, there's a fence post, and then there's another fence post, and there's no fence in the middle. So there is a place you could walk through, but I don't think you'd find it in the dark. But if you knew this was going to happen and you were told that's where you exit and you had already practiced it a couple times, you'd know where it was.
Well, yeah.
I'm not saying that's what happened. I just like to toss around ideas.
Oh no, I think they're running for their lives, and like I said, the chain link fence, you can find a guy can find a weak area and bend it so everybody can get underneath or whatever.
Right, or bust it down.
Tweak
Well,
it.
and you
Yep.
figure with all the homeless people out there, that it's possible somebody could have done it earlier. That somebody stuck in there or done something.
Well, the Gilroy killer popped it with bolt cutters and got right in. So, I mean, anyone could have had him. You never know. I think that this whole parking lot scene is just all very crazy. And I don't
It's definitely
understand why
odd.
the family's not suing for what. I mean, look at these people. They're tramping all over.
Well, I don't know. That person in the white shirt could be somebody important, like an investigator or something. Or
He's holding something in his left hand.
yeah.
He's standing right there. He's standing right there now. He looks like maybe a cop. Look, he looks like he might have a holster or something on.
Well, it looks like a
Fanny pack?
Fanny packs, maybe. But I know what you're saying though.
I mean, these could be people that were there the night before that are coming back to look for their car. They just remember being there, so they want to go back and take a look.
Mm-hmm. All right, which way is the Mandalay Bay from here?
Okay, see where that white truck is?
Yeah.
Pretend like you could pretend like there's no fence behind it, and you could just walk straight into the right.
Okay.
I should probably play.
So it's like back here then, where my mouse cursor is.
Where's your mouse cursor moving around?
Up in the top right here.
Yeah. Yes, over that way.
So it'll be over that way then. Okay.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna go grab that real short video I have of driving around, because then you can see when you're actually driving down the street, you can see the Mandalay Bay and you can figure out where this street is. I actually go by the Mandalay Bay and drive straight to this parking lot and stop at the cul-de-sac. And I don't film the parking lot right then because somebody was there at Melissa's grave fixing it up for the anniversary and I didn't want to disturb it. But I'm going to go grab that video while you guys are doing this. Let me mute myself.
All right.
Yeah, that white truck looks like the same one that was there at the night of the shooting. People were hiding under it and all kinds of things. Why? Because, I don't know, apparently bullets were still flying way over here.
And that's pretty far, too.
I mean, these people were running for cover. Well, what should we do? Speed this up?
I can speed it up.
I don't know where well, look at these guys. Who are these guys? We're bringing in more people. This could be representatives of the business there.
No, that's possible.
Thanks, Mike, for doing the video, making the connection.
I'd like to know who the girl is.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing this part.
No, I don't remember seeing this either.
I remember seeing the guy would pull up with the pickup truck or something, and then he starts cleaning it up with the tank sprayer and all. You know, he's got his jumpsuit on, asbestos one or whatever you call those things. Yeah, I don't think that's that guy's truck. So now I'm gonna say.
What about? Hold on a
These
second.
guys.
Let me.
These guys are
Is
not
this it?
related. And we don't know.
Matt, I sent you the link to the other one. What
Okay.
I think is that you should pull this one aside for a second, put the other one in. We only have to watch the other one for like 4 minutes or 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And that way everyone will have a vision of it in their head. And then we'll go back to this. That way people will see where the fuel tanks are and where the road is.
By
Okay.
the way, this clip right here, it's 1:30. Whoops, you're forwarding it. I know, but it was 1:30. That last bit we were talking about.
Oh, the timestamp?
Yeah, it was 1:30 p.m. before. So now look at all the times going by.
Oh, well, Mike said these are time lapse. So if there's
Here
no
it is.
parking lot, it'll stop.
This could be the guy here. Oops.
Oh, so should we keep it going before we watch the other one? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
I just
like I said, I don't remember.
in our mind what the street looks like.
Want me to keep going with this?
Well, the guy was just going to start scrubbing, I think.
Keep it going, Matt, because if the guy's getting ready to scrub, yeah, I don't want to interrupt it.
And he finds the right spot. I mean, the area to clean up, you know, he finds it. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
This could be.
Where's the spot at? Is it here?
You'll be able to tell when you watch my video because my video is going to show the curb.
Just keep
and you're
circling.
going to be able to see the trees behind. Like, see how there's the 2 trees in between the.
Okay, here's the guy. All right, there, and he's walking
Right,
over.
it's going to be
there.
right there. You're right. Yes, Matt.
Okay.
Yes.
So he's going to
Well,
kill
because
the
I'm just
germ.
picturing in my head, remembering where she was at, and it was between the 2 trucks.
Mm-hmm. You know why they picked that spot? I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this
Here he
right
comes.
now.
Here he comes.
People walked all through that parking lot, and she's not the only one that was bleeding. So what this guy is doing right here is for show. He knows that the people are going to complain and say you didn't treat it like a crime scene or whatever. So they sent this guy go over and, you know, so we can say that we did it.
I know. Look at him. Look at him. He's spraying all kinds of crap.
If he was really, really honestly doing this, all those cars would be getting doused because people were touching them with their
There's
bloody
another
hands.
guy.
If you remember, there was also a girl dragged behind that white truck. So there was another body back there. It wasn't just the one dead girl. There were injured people all over. And they're not treating this whole parking lot. They're just spraying.
I don't recall another person being dragged.
Look at this. There's 2 guys.
There's another person that was dragged behind the white truck. If you watch Mike's video of Melissa Ramirez really, really carefully, you will see that there's another body. I don't think it's a dead person. I think it's an injured person.
Right.
It appears.
I just don't recall it though.
Yeah, it appears to be a dead person, but they only say one person died. So
right.
That other person probably was hurt really bad. But yeah, they dragged another person behind the truck.
Okay.
And then about 6 other people went back there and crouched down and kept popping their heads back out. So I think they were like probably hiding in case there was more bullets, but they were back there with the other injured person.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's creeping on 4 p.m. Am I right?
And what day is this?
Well, it's the second, allegedly, right? The day after.
Well, but the times were wrong on Mike's clock. So if this is accurate, it should not say the second if it's
Well,
the
it
second.
says underneath the timestamp says date shown is not correct. This video is actually
Right.
from 10/2
Okay.
2017.
Yeah, I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Afternoon. So 4
give him
o'clock
that.
in the afternoon the next day, they let that blood sit there that long.
Well, it
Yep.
according to this, it's
And just so you
3:52.
know, the guy took his gloves off and threw them on the ground.
Look at this.
He threw his gloves on the ground, and any cleaner you're using to spray, see his gloves?
Mm-hmm.
Any cleaner you're using to clean up biohazard blood, what he's doing right there would eat through his hand. You either use bleach or you use some stuff
Right.
for oxycide. There's like 6 different things. I know this from the hospital. I used to clean rooms. When I first got a job there as a temp to get into the hospital, you had to like get your foot in the door. So I cleaned rooms for 3 months. And literally the stuff that he would be cleaning this with would eat through his hands and burn him. I've been burned by it before. And I saw him toss his gloves and he's just tossing stuff all over. Now it looks like he has another pair of gloves on. So maybe he had double gloves.
That's possible.
Because when
You know what happened? Did you see that jump right there? The time? Because remember, the camera is only motion activated.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now he is over here looking for other spots.
Wow. He's just like got a towel in his hand. I mean,
Well, technically, most of this stuff would have soaked into the cement by now. And what he's doing isn't doing a whole lot of good. It's like, it's a little too late, dude. They should have roped this off and not let those people walk all over with the tracking on their shoes.
Right.
So this is more like a protocol thing, like, well, we better go over there and clean it up. But it's like, you know, if a kid had an accident on a playground all over the cement and they waited till the next day after it baked in the sun, it was 72 degrees at 10 o'clock at night. So you know how hot it is in the day. So they let this bake in the sun all that time. So they're just going through the motions here.
Mhm.
If they really were concerned about that blood, they would have had this all roped off and they would have been out there the next morning cleaning it.
Well, you'd think they would do that because they want everything to fit in the narrative.
And he's just squeezing the rag back in the bucket. That's not how you do it. Look, he's just squeezing it on the ground.
now he's got a glove on his right hand only. Well,
This
I
is
can't
very
tell.
comical.
I can't tell.
This is very comical.
Yeah. See how the long shadow? Yeah, it must be 4 o'clock. Winter, basically. Winter approaching, so
Yeah, but it was only beginning of October, though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right to me.
right, but I'm saying if it's August, you know, it's light until about 9:15 at night.
It was hot. I was there that year that this happened. I go every year at that time for my brother's softball tournament. It's hot. It was 70 degrees at night, like at concert time. And in the day when we were at the ball fields, I mean, it was so hot. It's like if you had shorts on, it hurt you to sit in the chairs at the baseball game, you know, because they had those like stadium kind of plastic chairs
Mhm.
and metal bleachers. It's really hot in Vegas. And I don't remember what the temperature was that day, but I'd say probably closer to the high 90s, 102 maybe. I don't know. I didn't really look at the weather or pay attention. But if it's 72 at night, it's really hot in the day.
Right.
That might be why he waited till 4 o'clock to go out so it started cooling off so that pavement wasn't so hot. When I lived in Arizona, which is kind of as hot as Vegas, maybe a little hotter, I couldn't walk barefoot to go check my mail in the summer. It was that hot. And that's the only place I've ever lived that I couldn't walk barefoot outside. But this guy, you guys can all see, he's going through the motions. This is not the proper way to clean up. This isn't blood protocol. And if you see the one video I have of the people, well, I don't have a video of it. I have still pictures of them cleaning on the strip, but they're all professional and they're professional cars and it has the logo of the company on the trucks. And these people are just, look, he left all that garbage that is soaked in technically blood right in front of that car. He just dumped his garbage.
No, I think that was there.
Was that already there?
Yeah.
But they're not collecting up any of their rags or anything and putting them in biohazard bags. They're not doing anything. This walking around dripping stuff is a joke.
I know. They don't even spray it all down with water at the end, I don't think. Anyway, interesting video, and I don't know, somebody zoomed in on Melissa's body there a little while ago, and it looks like there was doll parts coming out of it, or another
room on the ground,
or another person in there. It's another dummy in there, and I don't know.
He did throw his gloves on the ground, but in his defense, he could have had double or triple gloves on.
Yeah. Apparently.
And just peeled off by layers, because when you wear the hazmat suits, it's like they layer you up. I got trained. I had to get trained for Ebola training one time. And well, actually they did it to us twice. But yeah, when they put you in some of these suits, it's like they put many layers of the gloves and stuff on you. But he's not wearing a real hazmat suit. I'm telling you that right now. He's covered up in a paper booty gown.
Right.
Like what you have to put on if you're going to go into if you're going to walk into the ER to like tell a doctor something, you have to put, we call them bunny suits.
Right.
You have to put them on. That's what he's wearing. He's not wearing a hazmat suit. He just has on a bunny suit. That's a paper thing that'll just peel right off and go in the trash.
Right.
You could even see the little hood on the back of it. That's not what a hazmat suit looks like.
Yep, you got to have the hard hat too.
And then people are just going to walk by and he hasn't even dried it off yet. Oh, but the time is clicking, so this could be later.
Yeah, this is later. This is 16:33. So this
Pop
is like
in that one I sent you, Matt, that shows where they're walking, because that's interesting. Because at the beginning of this, we saw him walking behind that fence.
Now it's 5:30, I think. So that guy left, and nobody came by the camera until then, till now, 5:30. So there was a big gap there before. I was thinking that Matt was fast forwarding it already, and that wasn't the case.
No.
Yeah, remember there was the two tall guys and the small looks like an Asian woman were there at 1:30, and then a whole bunch of time went by, and then finally the hazmat guy shows up, 4 o'clock.
All right, did you want me to play the other video?
What's this guy doing? He's going to take a leak back there, maybe. Yep, he is. All right. Yeah, see? The camera stopped. That's funny. Yeah, I think we should play the other one now. I mean, this isn't
now,
the one.
other one is not the parking lot. The other one is driving to get here. So you see the cul-de-sac and where the people would have went through the fence.
Right.
So that gives you the perspective when you're seeing those people back there that you know that they can't really be back there unless that thing's open.
I was thinking that the Mandalay Bay, if you were facing this camera, would be behind the camera.
No.
A little to your left.
No. See behind the white truck, directly behind it, see the fuel tank?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Mandalay Bay is to the right and farther forward.
Got it. Wow.
And that's pretty far away. I mean, because you figure just by looking at this,
when you look at my video that's coming up, though, it's not really that far away.
Right, but
it kind of freaks you out how close it is.
Just by looking at this picture and looking where the fuel tank is here, that's probably about a good block and about a block.
Oh yeah,
and a half away.
Oh yeah,
at least.
I told Edward when I was filming, I called him after I got to film. I'm like, I need you here because I'm like driving and filming, and if I was the passenger, I could film better. But I took a drive and just kind of held the camera so you could see when you were driving and see like what the distance was. I also, in my video, am going as I'm coming down the road. I'm coming from south. Oh, well, go ahead and play it. And you drive by the Harley store where that helicopter landed. That's why I'm showing these pictures. And Maverick Helicopters is right next door.
Wow,
Remember
those,
SWAT helicopter that looks suspicious? Why was it in the Harley store if Maverick with all those pads was right next door? Okay, this is me, and I'm driving. I just passed Maverick, and I'm going towards the Mandalay Bay. And in a few minutes, I'm going to turn right, and that's going to head us to where this Melissa thing is.
Alibaba and
Matt, if you turn up the volume on it, I think I talk and tell you where I'm at.
Did you hit music playing on this?
Mm-hmm. There's the Harley store.
Hold on a second here.
So see where the Delano is next to the Mandalay Bay? The concert grounds is going to be on the right-hand side of the road, and we're going towards the Mandalay Bay, and right after we pass Mandalay Bay will be the Luxor, but we're going to turn before we get to the Luxor.
Okay. So we're turning, so you're actually turning east onto whatever street that is.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm at Russell right now. And I'm going to go through Russell, and I'm going to turn on Mandalay Bay Lane or something like that.
right, which turns into
He knows where I'm going to turn next. I think if we listen, I kind of am talking. You see the big abandoned towers on the right? Across from Mandalay Bay. Do you guys see those?
Yeah, well, it's hard to hear music going. I don't know where this music's coming. Is this, did you
The
play?
music's on there, yeah.
Okay. All right, there's the McDonald's.
The Laughing Jackalope.
You're holding the camera and driving.
I am, and smoking. I'm surprised I haven't seen my smoke yet.
Wow, talk about a multitasker, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's why I called Edward after I did this the same day. I'm like, I need you here.
And by the way, Mr. Edward is not the same person as the person Eddie that
No.
is famous in the chats.
No, his brother calls him Eddie, but no, he's not the same Eddie. Now, do you see where the Luxor thing is poking up over on the left?
There are the fuel tanks.
We're going to turn towards the fuel tanks now.
Guess where I'm going. There's the Oasis.
So we just left Mandalay Bay, and this is the route those people would have been running.
Yeah, we just went by the power pole there that's full of bullet marks. Trust
There's
me.
the fuel tanks.
Ah.
Yeah, because the venue's on the left, right?
Yes, the venue is on my left right now.
And then you're going to take a right turn again.
See that fence on the left? That's all the venue, and all those little white signs are like Gate 6, Gate 5. They say what gates they are.
Gate 7 is the first one. We just went by it.
That's Hooters in front of us.
Gate 7. Okay, so now you're going to turn right.
It's kind of funny watching this when I'm talking to other people.
You're still not turning right yet. How come?
Because I have to get to the light.
Huh.
Now I'm going to turn right onto Haven Street.
Okay, I'm pulling onto Haven off of Reno. And directly in front of me.
See how there's all these buildings? It's not just one building. That parking lot Melissa was in, there's a ton of those buildings over on the left.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to go straight, and I'm going to... The Melissa parking lot's at the very end where the cul-de-sac is. See Mandalay Bay and the towers were over on the right?
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, this is a dead end. You had to break through the fence to get over here.
Those are the fuel tanks, and now you're going to see the fence as I go around the cul-de-sac.
So the people walked through the parking area over there.
No, the people cut through where those tanks are.
Right. Wow.
Like
And
they either busted down that fence right in front of us that we're looking at. They either
Mhm.
busted that down and came through, or I'm going through the cul-de-sac now. You're going to see the iron gate.
Gotcha.
So this is a little cul-de-sac. It's at a dead end.
Hmm.
In 1 second, that's the gate. So
Right.
they either busted down that chain link and came through, or they busted down that. And that gate, in 1 second,
Oh.
you're going to see where I stopped. That's where Melissa is. See the entrance to the parking lot?
Hmm.
I don't pull in the parking lot because that truck is there and it's putting the monument in for Melissa.
Okay.
They were laying the cement pad, and then a couple days later I went back and they were putting the tombstone up.
Mhm.
There's where they put the cement pad. So anyways, it's like it's at the very end. So they either came through that gate or they busted down the metal fence. It had to be one or the other. And see, there's chain link behind her. So where you see those little bushes and stuff, the other side of that is airport property. Nobody can walk back there.
Right.
And then they put that tombstone up for her a few days later.
Okay.
That little cowboy boot that you see sitting there, I left that for her. It's ceramic. Or not really ceramic. It's like that outdoor resin that looks like ceramic.
Hmm. The pottery stuff.
Yeah, like what they make yard gnomes out of.
Hmm.
And now I'm leaving and I'm going to drive by the gates in the venue. Everything you see on the right with the green mesh fencing, that's the venue. You see the fuel tanks on the left, and now on the right is the venue.
Right.
And every once in a while, I kind of flip my camera so you can see them. And inside that green fence is the venue. So look how close it is to Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop up here, and then I'm going to stand with my camera and do like a 360 so you can see everything around me.
Okay.
This makes me dizzy to watch, but I really needed somebody to drive so I could film better.
you're doing a great job. And that was a cell phone?
Yes,
You must have a good cell phone.
I had just gotten a new one and I was really impressed. And I learned later that if I had turned my cell phone sideways, we wouldn't be looking at this skinny with the black on the sides.
Right.
But I didn't know that I had just gotten the phone.
Oh, okay.
See where the tanks are across from gate 6?
Hmm.
So those people busted out of there and ran over towards those tanks and then cut through to get to Melissa's. They didn't take the street. They cut through that parking lot or the dirt lot. You know how Charles Bachman always talks about the dirt lot?
Hmm.
You're going to see the dirt lot in a second. And you remember that dirt mound where everyone talked about could a sniper have been standing on the dirt mound?
Yeah.
That's the dirt mound directly in front of us.
Well, some of the officers said they went over there. That's in the report. That they were on top of that hill. Right there. That hill. See it?
No, we're not to the hill yet. Hang on.
I'm saying they were in that hill.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Yep, that they said they were. That's where they went to get a vantage point.
Angela, in a minute, I'm going to get out of the car and I'm going to turn around and do a full circle with the camera. And they really didn't run that far because they didn't have to take the road. They just ran across the street and cut through the dirt lot.
Hmm.
I mean, it's still far. That's the church everybody talks about where the bodies were found.
Right.
So some of the people escaped out of that green fence and then ran over to that church too. Okay, I think this is where I stop and get out of the car. Here we go. So I'm standing at Reno and Giles. And that's the dirt lot that they would have cut through. They would have crossed that, jumped out of that green fence and went in that dirt lot.
You know, there's just no cover for those people running out of there.
And that's the lot they would have cut across. They went through the fence and ran through that dirt lot to get over to the Melissa place.
Dirt mound is still there.
Now, this was this the
That's
parking
the dirt
lot?
mound right in front of you. That's the dirt mound.
Right. Yeah, I know that. But was this the parking lot where people were parked?
Charles Bachman used to live there and he used to work festivals, and he said they always would park cars in this lot.
Right.
So he doesn't know that cars were parked there that night or not, but he's assuming there would have been. Because
I
he
thought
goes,
there were because all right, remember the Tall Ace of Spades video?
uh-huh.
Remember he's walking on the other side of the venue?
There's the dirt mound. Are you getting dizzy yet? Yeah, so Charles is assuming that they would have all been parked in that lot.
All right, I'll be right back. I got to use the bathroom real quick.
Okay, Heaven's Gate is saying that that lot was full of cars.
Right, that's what I thought.
There's the dirt mound.
Wow, you zoomed in and everything. Yep. Shots are coming from gate 7. You know, we heard it.
Okay, I think that you don't really probably have. Well, Matt's not here anymore, so I guess you're gonna have to play it. Edward, are you still awake?
We should get Jim Breslin to start interviewing some of the families, don't you think?
I don't see Edward or Matt anymore.
Probably none of the families want to be interviewed anyway. Seven watching now.
I think we lost Edward.
Well, who's running the video, Matt?
Matt.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about
Matt,
that.
is Edward gone out of the back basement place? You know, the StreamYard room. Is Edward not in there anymore?
I don't know. I got to check. Hold on a second. Yeah, he's gone.
Where the heck did he go? He didn't even say goodbye.
I have no idea.
His internet cut out earlier. Maybe that's what happened to him.
Tired.
He could have fell asleep on us.
Yep, says he's gone.
Pastor, I don't get what you're talking about the cats. She said, wouldn't the cats have bullet holes too? So was there cats that I missed?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm about ready to go to bed though, guys. It's getting really late.
Very late for you. Thanks for the invite today.
Yeah, it's almost 3 in the morning here.
Even though I really don't know where you are.
I'm in Detroit.
Oh, Motor City. Thank you.
I'm in Illinois.
Oh, I'm from Chicago. So.
Me too.
Oh, you guys are near each other then.
Yeah, and you know, we're all flatlanders, aren't we then?
Yes, except I have a place up north too.
Are you north sider or south sider?
You are smart. Oh, I'm
Wait,
I'm from the suburbs in the west, Wheaton.
is that anywhere near a place called Peoria?
That's down south, middle of the state, basically.
Yeah,
Peoria.
That nobody knows who lives there, and it's weird because remember that video I showed you?
Which one?
The one I sent you that I asked if that was your town, and you said no, and it wasn't Cheryl's either. And now we got another Chicago person, and it's not his. So it's like, who the heck were they trying to dox?
I have no idea.
Clown Channel showed a video of a house in Peoria, Illinois, and we're trying to figure out like who the hell's house it was.
Wasn't mine. I don't live in a house. I live in a condo. So.
Well, wait a minute now. Turber exposed Paladin's son, and Paladin doesn't have any children, so he might not be that great of an investigator. Maybe he doesn't know you live in a condo.
Fill me in. What is this Paladin thing going? Because I'm not updated. I'm a little late on viewing that.
You don't even want to know. It's like Turbo's doxing his real name and, you know, saying that his kid works at Lockheed because he found another kid with the same name as him, a 40-year-old man, not a kid. But so he's saying since his son works at the same place Paddock used to work, it's suspicious. And Paddock worked there in the 80s, and this kid got a job here in 2006. So, yeah, and then Paladin tells us he doesn't even have a son. So Turber's just playing his stupid games.
To get some views, right? Yeah.
Well, no, he's trying to turn people against Paladin because he doesn't want anyone looking for the truth. He wants to discredit all of us.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, it's just a big mess. But, yeah.
All right, so who's somewhat knowledgeable that when you say that Turber has, you know, his little alliance,
who aren't familiar with Sprinkles the Clown and the Clown Gang?
Sprinkles the Clown? No.
Oh, then you don't even want to know, John. There's a thing on YouTube called Sprinkles the Clown, and we have Harpo the Clown, and they run videos and live streams and stuff like that all the time. And the people that hang out with them are Secret Safe with You and 10 member D James and Turber and Ouija 54 and Diana X and God, I don't even know, and a whole bunch of fake names. Like some of them don't use their real name when they go in there. That Scott Lewowski guy hangs out in there. Just the Alan hangs out in there. Just all the ones that are always giving the negative comments anytime.
I love Alan. Anyway, so okay, thanks for the answer for that. And then so regarding Becky and all her troubles lately, are those two people she talks about related to Turber's gang?
Oh, Becky has a problem with this whole other group of people. I don't really talk to Becky that much anymore because the drama with her drama mixed in with the Vegas drama was like overlapping. But yeah, she's had problems for a couple of years with whoever these people she talks about are, and I don't know who any of them are, but they're not related to Vegas at all. But she is friends with Turber and sides with Turber against Paladin.
Well, she's going to need Turber in her corner to handle, just to fight off this nonsense.
She's got some nonsense coming her way. Yeah.
Yeah, the most unlucky person. I think she's always done such a good job. Sharing.
Oh, Pastor Mo said it was cars, not cats. Yeah, there should have been a parking lot full of cars with holes in them. Now that you're mentioning it, Pastor, bullet holes. If that parking lot was full of cars.
Yeah,
did you guys see that parking lot full of cars on body cam?
That was on Tall Ace of Spades video.
Okay, so why aren't those cars riddled with bullets?
Oh, I don't know.
Because the buses are from the wrong direction. You know that, right? The holes that are in the tour buses that we've got pictures of.
Right, the ones that were behind the stage, right?
Right, but the bullets came from the wrong direction. So if the Mandalay Bay was actually doing the shooting, those cars should have a bunch of bullet holes in them.
Right.
And that was never mentioned.
I'm looking for a link. I'm going to give everybody a link so that they can look at the bullet midair.
You have a midair bullet?
Oh, yeah.
Is it on video or is it a still picture?
Video. I'm going to give you the link and hopefully it's still good. That's always the problem, right?
Yeah, I try to back up a lot of stuff. That's why I'm kind of thinking if my channel goes down, I might lose a lot. But I was trying to back up and save a bunch of stuff offline so that I didn't lose everything.
I don't know what's going to happen if I put a lot in the chat. Hold on.
You can't put the link in the chat. You're going to have to send it through Messenger. If you send it to me, I can forward it to Matt, though.
Oop, I got too many. I know what I'll put the title. Stand by. Got to pull it up. And it has the if you read the comments and you find my comments, you'll see you'll see all the details of how to find it and investigate yourself.
What video is it?
Las Vegas shooting, scary footage caught on camera. PHP is the uploader.
I think I have this on my channel.
Okay.
What you're pulling up, whose channel is it from?
Hold on one second.
I might have grabbed it from someone else's channel.
Hold on.
But I remember titling one scary footage and someone left a comment and said, "What's so scary about this?" And I was just
PHP. PHP is the uploader.
All right, I probably pulled it off his channel.
Okay, and then read my comments there and you'll see the details, but I'll give you my comments that I have here.
If we type that in a search bar, will it pull up?
Right. Well, one would hope. That's all up to Google, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Yeah, it came. I mean, I didn't search it, but because I have the link in my email here. And I mentioned the word helicopter in my description here, but at least you can find the. Oh, I'm trying to find. Bullet is in the frame at the 3-minute mark of that video.
I've got it. Hang on a second. Matt, I'm going to send you the link so you can pull it up. We might as well look at it since we're here.
Yeah, this is one thing that I've confirmed 50 times by myself. There's other things I found and I had to debunk it myself, you know. But this is a bullet from up high. Oh, still got
Matt, if you know how to give me a wrench, I can put the link in the chat so those guys can look at it too.
Well, they can search. I put it in there to search.
Yeah, I just put it in the search bar in DuckDuckGo and it took me right to it.
Cool. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you that, and I'm going to give you this. This is the details. You start at the 2.59 minute mark. But you got to have it on the high resolution and you got to go frame by frame forward. It's where
that link I just put in there, Heaven's Gate, just copy and paste that link and it'll take you right to the PHP one.
Right. So the reason I found this
click on my link because I don't have a wrench, but you can copy and paste it.
Another good investigator found it was saying that a bullet hit the cup. Okay, there's 2 videos out there with bullets hitting the cup. But this
I remember the cup controversy. Yeah,
right. This is one that not too many people talk about. And when I looked closely, I said, no, the bullet hits the ground, makes a spark, and then the girl running kicks the cup.
Yeah, I knew that the cup got kicked. I think you talked about that in one of our groups.
Yeah, I mean, the deal is you can capture the bullet, the hot bullet, before in the shadows before it strikes there. And that means that bullet came from up high.
Pastor, I don't think the link's showing up because or Heaven's Gate, I don't think the link's showing up because I don't have a wrench.
They should be able to search it. Easy. Here, I'll put it back in there again. I'll put the title in here.
But she said when she put the title in, it brought up a whole bunch of them. I just, when I brought them up, I just looked for the PHP one and I must have got lucky right away.
Maybe shorten up the search words. Let me try.
Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea.
Boy, it's true. You see? The results don't come up. That's not nice. You know, a little trick, everybody.
Heaven's Gate, I just did a trick.
If you open up Internet Explorer, guess what comes up when you choose videos? A whole bunch of YouTube videos.
Heaven's Gate, if you go to your newest video,
okay, it comes up. It comes up in
I
my
put
search.
the link in there, so you can go to your own channel and you're going to find it as a comment under your I can't remember what the video is now. No, it's on your channel right now, Heaven's Gate. I put it as a comment on your newest video.
You got to scroll down, but there you can use those search words. Just shorten up the search words. Don't add Las Vegas, maybe.
All right, John. What speed do you put this on?
Yeah, slowest, and then yeah, you're close enough. Just let it roll. As long as you're at high resolution, I hope. Oh, 1080. Look at that.
Yeah, nice. I'm on 1080p.
Yeah, yeah. Good.
All right, I'm at 253 here. What is it? You said it's like 3 minutes.
259. But go ahead. Just go forward. You know what to do. Now, what's your connection to Las Vegas, Matt? Mr. Flatlander. Yeah, there you go. And pretty soon you'll see a girl running. Oh, everybody went silent.
I didn't see it.
You're not there yet. Slow. You could pause it now.
Watch that cup.
Pause it now. Pause it now. Okay, let me wait. Okay, here's the girl. Here's the girl. There's the bullet, and there's the cup. She kicks. There you go.
I never saw the bullet, but I did see her kick the cup. To me, that was never proof of a bullet.
Right. So when
you're gonna have to slow down so we can see the spark you're talking about, because I've analyzed this footage over and over and over, and I see her kick the cup, but I don't see a bullet.
Right. So now, when you see the streak and then you back it up, right? Go the other way. Well, you can't. I know that with YouTube, but you can see the bullet mid-air in the shadows before it strikes.
Put it down to 0.5.
Right there. Go. Yeah, good. You want me to narrate or shut up?
Narrate.
All right. Oh, yo. No. I like the leave it on the slowest. Trust me, you need it. You're good.
This one right here, 05?
Yeah. No. 0.25. Slowest. Yeah. Okay. Right. And then make the screen bigger whenever. Everybody will love this.
Ready?
Again, I'm in the comments on that video. I'm sure I am several times.
All right, here we go.
So we all see the cup there. Lower left, not the far lower left, but
like right here.
Hold on, things are catching up here. Okay, you've backed up now. 256.
It's coming.
You're going to see a lot of people running, but okay, here she comes. She's holding her cup. See her cup on the right hand or her phone? I don't know. I think it's a cup. Okay, now, boom, right there. See that spark before the cup moves?
No.
No, I didn't see it.
All right. Well, you got to back it up. It's right at the 3-minute mark. Maybe you're going too fast again. Yeah, that seems fast.
See all those lights that are shining?
Yeah.
How do you know it's not? How do you know the thing that you're thinking is a flash isn't just lens flare?
Right, yeah, because I reviewed it. Because remember, I told you I debunked my other stuff, and I'll show you. You really got to. Matt's going to have to go frame by frame. See, from 259, he's got to pause it.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of delay we got. Boom. See it? Yeah, just go to 259 and pause it, and then you got to go frame by frame. Then you'll see it. It's a no-brainer. It's quite a streak.
All right, before he hits play, have him put his pointer where we're supposed to have our eyes focused.
Right.
Where do I go?
Yeah. Can you make it bigger for now? Because it's not big on my screen. Or wait a minute. Or is that's me messing up? Hold on. I gotta put it on big. All right. Let's stop there. Right. We're stopped.
Yeah, we're at 259.
Okay. You see that cup that has a glow on it right now? It's shiny, right? See that
Right
cup?
here?
Nope. Cup on the ground. For it in the foreground here.
Come forward, Matt.
Lower left, but there's two cups. There's a lower left and the far left.
That one.
Lower corner.
The one where my cursor's on?
Right. Nope. You went right by it.
The one where his cursor
There's two
was.
cups. There's two cups. One there. That's our baby right there. That's the one you're gonna watch.
All right, I'm looking at the wrong cup then.
Yeah, don't watch. See, then the girl's coming, right? She's running, right, for her life, and
Okay.
she just escapes getting shot.
All right, so we need to look at that cup.
Yep.
All right.
Not the lower left, Matt. Not that one. The one over to the right. The shiniest one right now. It's glowing.
This one right here?
I'm gonna say no. That's the lower left. Go to the right. The next cup over. That's a cup, but
That's not a cup there.
I thought that was the cup we were supposed to be looking at.
no.
There's
not the
something
low,
here on the bottom left, but
Right
you said
there.
no.
right there. Right there.
Right where my cursor is, right?
Yes.
That's what I said before.
You're gonna see the spark coming
Okay.
as she's running. And if you can fast forward or play and stop, I will show you the bullet in midair. Straight up from that cup. It'll be in the shadow there.
I see the spark.
Go ahead, stop again. Spark.
I didn't see anything in midair, but I did see a spark.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Heaven's Gate?
Right. You have to go, play stop. And
Well,
then
it's hard to do because I got the line here of the.
Yeah, every time you. Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate here and tell you that when you fire an AR-15 semi-automatic, boom, 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 it doesn't spit out one bullet and hit a cup. So explain.
Right.
Because if it was going to hit that cup, it should have hit the pavement all around and made all the pavement turn to dust. Because they rapid fire.
Right, but what if there's a gunfire happening, single shot during the
That's
rally?
my point. Yes, there you
Okay,
go.
here we go.
We're talking snipers.
See the girl's running. She's got her cup in her right hand. Okay, now stop right there.
Okay.
Oh, there's the spark. Good job.
And where's the spark? Right here on the cup?
And then she kicks the cup. Right? It'll be to the right of the cup. I thought you were going to pause it right at 3.
Is that the spark that I think I'm looking at? Where his pointer is?
Right here?
No, where your pointer was a second ago. There's a little white dot on that cup, and I thought that was the spark.
No, wrong cup now. Wrong cup. You're on the wrong cup.
Then I never saw a spark.
This is the cup.
We're playing head games with ourselves here because we don't know.
The cup in the center now if that picture is the one that got kicked and moved. Not that one.
This one?
Not that one.
Okay, where's the other one?
Yeah, I agree with Heaven's Gate. It's obvious there were single shots because an AR didn't fire at one little
To
cup.
the right, Matt.
Right here?
That's the cup that got kicked, that she kicked. Yes. That's the one you're going to be following. You got to back it up to the 3-minute mark again.
My eyes are too old and tired to do this late at night.
You were supposed to go to sleep how long ago?
A long time ago. But now I want to see this.
Right, because if you pause it right before that 3-minute mark, you could pause it right at the bullet being seen in the shadow coming down. Before it hits the ground and sparks, and then she kicks the cup. Okay, so now you're going to start to see that girl hauling ass. Here she comes. Center screen. With the cup in the air. She's trying to hold her onto her beer. Okay.
I don't see it. I'll have to go through this.
Just pause it now.
Let's pause.
There's the spark. All right.
Where do you want me to put my cursor at?
Well, when everybody reviews that step by step from 2.59, you will see the bullet midair in the shadows, and then it'll come down and strike the ground, causing a spark, quite a streak, and then she kicks the cup. So that's how the timing goes.
So I need to watch this on like my big screen.
Correct. You have to review it yourself.
I'm going to do this tomorrow because it's too small on my screen right now and I can't really tell, but it's like, yeah, now you've got my curiosity up because I remember this video and I remember analyzing it long ago and everyone was like, no, the cup got kicked. The cup got kicked and you see her kick the cup. But I didn't know that we were talking like a bullet streak and a spark anywhere. I thought they were just talking about, no, it was obvious she kicked the cup.
Yeah, that's where okay. Remember, this is how I found it. An investigator thought that the cup was hit by the bullet, which wasn't the case after I looked.
That's what I remember. I remember being part of that argument a long time ago on Facebook. We were like, no, she freaking kicks it. You can see her kick it. But I didn't know that there was more to it if you slowed it down the way you did.
Yeah. I don't see my comment there.
Good night, Pastor Mo. I was fixing to go to sleep an hour ago, too. I think we should all go to sleep. Get yourself better, Pastor Mo.
Thanks for coming on, Pastor, or coming by.
Yeah, I'm like you, Heaven's Gate. It's like I'm not seeing this. I'm gonna have to do this tomorrow when I'm wide awake on a big screen and really focus on it because it's like on the small screen I just can't see it. Did Edward ever send you a message, Matt, and explain where he went?
No.
Did you see that video has 1.8 million views?
I believe it. Yeah, I'm curious to know what happened to Edward because you would think he would have messaged one of us, and if he fell asleep, he would still be sitting in the chat and mute. And he's not. His internet went out earlier when he lost his stream, though. That might be what happened. But I would think he would have still sent me a text message and said, hey. I don't know. I'm going to sign off and go to bed, guys. If you want to keep talking, go for it.
Go. Everybody, let's go.
Have a good night. This was good, Matt. Thank you.
I got to go outside.
Thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate it.
I'll comment. I found my comment on that, so I'll just put it in the comments later.
Okay. Oh, yeah, in the comments of Matt's thing?
Yeah.
Get a good night's sleep, Pastor, and Heaven's Gate. I think you're the only two left.
And pleasure meeting you, Matt.
You too, John.
I gotta go. You guys, thanks for the invite. I loved it.
No problem. Well, I guess that's it, guys. Heaven's Gate, thanks for coming by. Pastor Mo, thanks for coming by. Angela, and whoever else was in here. I think that's all it was. But thanks again. And I'll see you guys next time. See you later.